everyone, my name is Fabiana da Silva Boys. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. And I'm here today to talk about a topic that I think is so important. Well, today we're gonna be covering about toxic people. I think it is important to stress that there are toxic people in so many different settings, right? So when you think about work, or when you think about your own relationship, love relationship, but the one that I will be emphasizing today can be for friendship, but I think it's applicable to all the other types of relationships that we can have. So I think it is important, first off, to identify the traits that a toxic friendship can have, or not a toxic friendship, but a toxic person can have. So when you think about that type of person that is always, I would call this person a me, right? I'm super important. I have to talk about me, and I'm gonna call you, and we're gonna spend 3-4 hours on the phone, and I'll just talk about my problems. And once it's your turn to tell me about what you're going through, I don't care. I don't have time. I gotta go. So this is the me person. Get rid of this person. That's just my personal advice, right? When you think about this type of people, are these the ones that you want to have in your life, right? So I strongly believe that friendship goes both ways. It has to be a balance, right? So when you of course you're there to listen, but the other person has also to be there for you, right? So I think it's both ways, I would say. And I think another problem with the me person is that once it comes to your turn, if the person is not there for you, or even worse, while she or he is talking to you, and you're giving thousands of pieces of advice, but the person is not even listening to what you're saying, she or he just wants to let it out. So you're being used there as a listener, but the person is not gonna act on anything that you're saying. So it's just a huge waste of your time, right? So that's the number one that I would say. I think the second one that we also can talk about is the person that thinks that he or she is right about everything. She is the know-it-all person, right? So you try to talk about politics, the person has her or his side of view, but yours is always wrong. And he or she doesn't even want to listen why you're wrong. You're just bluntly wrong. I'm giving the politics as an example, but it could be, I don't know, you're trying to explain your side on prejudice, racism, immigration, whatever it is, but the person is so strong when he or she's talking that you just keep yourself quiet. And by quieting yourself, you're silencing your opinion. So I think it's important for us to make sense. Does it make sense that I'm in a friendship or a relationship that I'm afraid to talk, because if I do talk, the person is gonna get upset with me? Doesn't make any sense, right? So it's a thing for you to think about. I think the other one that we can talk about also is the negative Nancy, right? I think all of us know that person that he or she will call you when you know it's gonna be something bad. You know that it doesn't matter what you're gonna say, the person is in a state of negativity, and whatever you say is gonna make the person angrier, because it seems that you're not trying to be empathetic to what the person is saying. So I'm not saying that I think that we all have times that we are negative, and it's okay. We are humans, right? We complain about stuff, and it's normal, because if we don't, then we're not humans, right? But what I'm trying to say is that if you have that person in your life that is always complaining, and I mean always, like all the time, every day, every weekend, nothing's good, the weather's bad, the relationship sucks, you suck. So you have to really think if you want to have this person in your life, because the person is not gonna change, not for you, she or he didn't change for himself or herself, why do you think she's gonna change for you? And the last person that I think it's very easy for us to identify as well is what I call the the fakiana. Right? So the person who is always talking about other people. And you have to know, if the person is constantly talking about others, when you turn your back, she's talking about you. Yeah, I'm sorry to let you know, but that's what's happening, right? So I think it's important for us to really think about all these traits. And I'm not saying that you have to cut them all off, but you have to make a decision if you want to have these people in your life. You don't have to. And I know it's hard to simply cut people off our lives, or cut work off our lives, or cut situations that are not pleasant. But at the end of the day, we have to put ourselves first. And even though you want to heal a lot of people and you want to make sure that the other person is fine, it's important to remember that you need to be fine as well. And if you're constantly surrounded by people who are nagging you or putting you down or using brutally honesty with you but hurting you, because of course you can be honest with others by saying what you think. You don't need to be a yes person by simply agreeing with people are saying. However, I do think that there is a way that you can tell others that you disagree. And if you are in a relationship that people are using the brutally honesty to get back to you or to go against whatever you're saying, then it's time for you to think if you really want to have this person in your life and if the person deserves to be in your life, right? So this is not a very easy topic to address, right? Because it does, like, so many people passes through our lives, and we know that some people are people that we truly love, but we do see the signs that this person is just not really adding anything to your life. And I'm not talking about adding financially, I'm talking about adding value as a friend. So I think it's a hard reflection that we have to, but it's so worth it. If it's not really adding anything to your life, why keep this person in your life? And you can choose how you wanna, if you wanna keep, of course, and if you're not gonna keep, how are you gonna cut? Some people decide to just simply like, you're done, I'm not answering your phone calls anymore, I'm gonna remove you from my Facebook, I'm going to remove you from my Instagram, whatever, right? But then others just decide to not interact anymore. And you can choose whatever you want to do, whatever you feel comfortable with, or just keep the people that you know are the vampire friends because they're sucking up your energy. But I think it's something worth to think about, right? Think about the traits of people that we have in our lives and people who are around us all the time. Do we want to keep people that add things in our lives, or do we want people who suck things and take away all the time without giving anything back? So these are the thoughts for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and let me know in the comments if you have ever been in a situation like this, or if you know the characteristics that I'm talking about, or if you do recognize some traits in some friends, and that if you have a hard time cutting them off or not. Anyway, so this is what we have for today. If you like this content, please subscribe or share it with your friends, or let me know what do you think about this topic. Bye everyone.